In the presence of the angels I will bless you. In conspectu angelorum psalm tibi, a verse which is taken up by St. Benedict and which was actually taken up by the sculptor of our choir stores in France, for there were angels' wings around us sculpted in the wood, and reminding us each time that we were singing on behalf of all of creation and corresponding to the invisible praise of the angels. When we're in praise, when we're in the presence of the Blessed Sacrament, when we're in liturgy, the frontier between this world and the other is very, very thin. Indeed, when one comes into this little chapel in the heart of night, one can almost sense it. The little lamp is burning there, and one knows that that is corresponding to a burning presence around. Indeed, we had in the hymn that we started off with a reference to the burning ones. At his feet, the 6 winged seraph, which means the burning one. Seraph is to burn in Hebrew. Cherubim with sleepless eye veil their faces to the presence, a presence which is now the double presence. We have angels a present and then adoring another presence with a capital P, as with ceaseless voice they cry, Alleluia, Alleluia, which is of course pre-Christian, Alleluia, Lord Most High. And we have in our liturgy, at the moment when we're coming close to the, as it were, invitation to that Most High to come down, something in common with all the liturgies of the world. It's the fact that every liturgy has, at that point, what's referred to as the trisagion, thrice holy, hagios is holy, and that's there in every liturgical family, east and west, and it goes back precisely to pre-Christian praise, which is an open veil on the other side, already shown to Isaiah at his call. And from that call onward, he always referred to the one who called him as the Holy One of Israel. What did he hear? Precisely, holy, holy, holy. And what did he see? The temple filled with smoke, that Shekinah, that presence, which is actually what we reproduce when we use incense, which we had this morning at 7. You can still smell it in the air. And that links us also to both the East and to pre-Christian worship. So we're outside time, reproducing on earth also what was seen by St. John in the Apocalypse, from which you read earlier, where he saw something of this praise going on, and also this smoke. And he was given the explanation, it was representing the prayers of the saints rising up. So we have that when we come to our fullness of praise, which is not just homemade. The big difference between our praise in the Catholic Church and that of our brethren which have come out of us to the Reformation is that they more or less praise God, yes, but with their heart and their lips. But the objective essence of God coming into it is not there in the same way. We know that when we do certain things, something else happens which is of a different order. And the Church asks us to do that well, as do the angels. It makes the angels weep when they see shoddy praise, casual liturgy, chattiness coming into the house of God. The document on the liturgy of the Second Vatican Council insisted upon that our liturgy on earth must be a counterpart to what is going on there in the beyond. What does that imply? For instance, the difference between a priest who comes to the altar in that mode of verticality, looking upwards, not starting to wave his hands at people, but coming up to Calvary, and therefore in a mode of solemnity, about to offer that sacrifice, is what is expected. The other, for instance, the priest who all the time, in all the parts of liturgy, is in some way engaging in a human way with the people, is a misunderstanding of what we're doing. The angels don't do that, they don't need to. Their fellowship is a higher order. Well, something of our praise and fellowship must be also of that divine order. Because if we get into the mode, for instance, of wanting to feel each other's presence by holding hands and all the rest of it, for instance at the Our Father, we're actually excluding the real mystical union which is already there and inbuilt in souls in a state of grace. And also when we can't bear that the Lord be Lord of silence at Holy Communion, we have to feed it with some kind of noise all the time. It means there we have not understood what we're doing in our counterpart of praise. The angels don't fidget. By the way, I just conclude with one little thing, because we have an angel here, a human angel. Some years ago, not that long ago actually, it was on the Feast of the Guardian Angels. It was in America. There was a little lassie who was very innocent, like yours here, and she had a great devotion to the guardian angels. You can whisper that eventually to your woman when she grows up a little bit, how important her angel is to her, and she must be aware of it. Well, this child was very much aware, and it would seem somehow pick up their presences, because she had a little friend, her name was Veronica, and she said, Veronica, don't sit there, that's where your guardian angel is. So basically, she was trying to warn her, be careful what we're at. And she, in one feast, it was this very feast actually coming up on the 2nd of October, the child was shown what was going on at Mass when she had the eyes of her soul opened to see all the angels present. And she saw all the guardian angels of the other children, and she saw what they were up to. For instance, when it came to the offertory, they were carrying up what was in their heart, and some were very happy, some of them were not so happy, and some were very gloomy, because they had nothing at all to carry. And then when it came to the consecration, she was able to see all kinds of things, and there was a huge thrust of angel wings around the altar, and even the guardian angels sort of went that way and zoomed in. The Blessed Virgin was there behind the priest. St. Michael was there protecting, as he always is. He protects the Blessed Sacrament, and she was given to understand that at that point, heaven and earth were really meeting. So tell that to your child, that when she's coming into church, she's coming to a real God, and also surrounded by real beings, our hidden friends, the angels, who are right next to us and carrying our praise.